Hey, catch us on tour. We're going to be in Washington, D.C., Atlantic City, New Jersey, Anchorage, Alaska, Greenville, North Carolina, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Chicago, Illinois, and Evanston, Illinois. Get your tickets at cheatcodesmusic.com. See you all there.
What kind of projects did you guys work on before this? Like you said you were a solo artist for a while?
Yeah.
What kind of music was that?
Yeah, I have this like crazy kind of backstory. I signed a huge record deal at Interscope under Jamie Iovine, and it was kind of the male version of Lady Gaga. So it was like her whole team, her producer. I was actually on tour with her for like a long time.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, man.
Developing a whole record that actually never came out. So it was like this really wild.
You had to meet Jimmy Iovine and.
Oh my God! I mean, he was like, he signed me directly.
Yeah,
that was like a really crazy.
He's like the guy that presses the buttons, you know.
Yeah.
So Beats by Dre. Give me some free headphones, Jimmy.
So it was a dance, but like very pop, rock thing. I mean, I still had a full band, and I think it was just like a little ahead of its time.
What was the project called?
It was just my name, Zander Black.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I put out a bunch of singles with it. I mean, I always wanted to be in a band. Like that was always my dream, but it's hard. I mean, as you guys know, I mean, different personalities and just like, you know, it's a lot. And it's not just like
parts, yeah.
Dragging your amps and getting in the vans. It's like dealing with everybody and keeping everybody happy. And, you know, I think efficiency nowadays is so important, and being able to take a thumb drive in his guitar and we just jump on a plane and we can play, and it's.
How is touring with Gaga though? That's gotta be wild.
You know,
you got to win over the gays at that point. Like you got to like go hard.
It was so. I mean, I was doing my album, so she was performing like arenas, and like she would be in the studio all day, and then she would do the arena, and then I would record all night. But I mean, we were in all the major cities all over the world, so just to get it.
So like on a tour bus studio vibe, or
no, I mean we would just park in whatever city, you know, for the 3 days, whether it's, you know, Abbey Road and then Amsterdam and Paris and Milan, and just crazy stuff.
That sounds like a blast, man.
Yeah, that's trippy.
Yeah. What kind of music did you work on before?
I was doing like a lot of studio guitarist stuff, and also just in like a rock and roll kind of band.
Sick.
For, 6 or 7 years. We were like really doing kind of over the top, almost Led Zeppelin of the future type stuff.
Like, hell yeah. Love Zeppelin, dude.
I'm just such a Jimmy Page fan, so like
sick.
Had the Les Paul, and like we were all like the swagger and everything, like just trying to do that whole thing. But that was also really hard because we just hit a point where it was like, if you don't write a hit song and like really break through in that way, like there's only so much of an appetite for that kind of music.
Right.
But it's been interesting now to see it kind of coming back again, like rock and roll, and like even like pop artists are leaning more into the heavy guitar stuff, which has been really cool to see.
Or they want it to sound more real and raw and like analog kind of vibes.
Right. Yeah, I think the audience is wanting more human element, like you said. I think that is going to continue to be the future.
Yeah, for sure. Grit.
And we were kind of just talking about this on the last podcast, but everything's so digital that the in real life moments are so much more important.
I know.
It was almost like touring. Then it was like, oh, you can make millions of dollars from streaming. Why tour? And then people realized like, oh no, touring is more important now.
Yeah, right.
If you like that clip and want to see another one, click here. If you want to see the full podcast, click here.